What's going on, Vintage Breaks of Family Switch on Vintage Breaks West for another edition of Wax Wednesday out here in the West. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Got my sidekick Oreo here, ready to go. Got some restock, some new stuff. Got this lovely rack pack. I hope we can bust open and get the individuals out. I don't think I've ever seen this wax pack before, or in a rack pack. Hey, what's up, Mr. Kamikaze? How are you doing today? Little football cell. I do have one more loose football cell, but it would be interesting to get into this. Wonder how well that last ingredient and BHT to maintain freshness. Wonder how that's holding up 40 plus years later. Not too bad, just chilling. Excellent. Like to hear it. Let's see, I do have another bounty to put up on the screen. That is not it. I gotta change the image. We've got ourselves a 10 out of 100 top 5 win prizes as we start to ramp up for the football season. That's the right one. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Oreo. Probably. So this is the 10 at 100. Top 5 win. Alright, so we got the 10 and 100 here, top 5 win prizes. Going right to left, we got Unitas, Swan, Sweetness, Stalworth, and Mean Joe Green as the prize cards. I also did get some more 2025 Chrome in stock. I've got my in Oreos here. I've got some 25 Chrome Blasters, and I do have 2 Megas. The Megas were definitely hitting good last time I had them, so I've only got 2 of those. And then I've got an assortment of wax from 93 Bowman all the way down to 78 O-Peachy in the baseball department. And then I've got the 81 football cellos and 83 football wax, as well as 89 basketball. We do have the 2050 for briefcases, the 10 and 100 I just mentioned for the 5 football cards. We also do have a $100 all-day bounty, all-day bonus on the grid, so you'll double dip into that. I believe it's for a Mickey for a Mickey Mantle card. We also have the Binding Spot bonus that's going to be ending on our next event weekend, which is already coming up on first week of September. And then we've also going to be doing a Vintage Breaks Just Collect Fantasy Football League. Email us 10 if you're interested in participating. Each person participating needs to put up $150 worth of graded cards and 1 to 3 cards. So if you have 1 card for $150 you want to use as your entry fee, that's great. If you want to use 2 or 3, get to $150, that works too. Leighton and the team will be, just make sure everybody's putting in $150 worth of cards. Sam and I are going to split a team, and my contribution to our entry is going to be this really nice looking 1952 Topps Duke Snider PSA 2, Sam's going to find a card put in as well to round out our $150 buy-in. So hopefully we'll have a lot of cool cards on the table. Details forthcoming on how first, second, and other prizes will be distributed. So that should be fun. Otherwise, yeah, that's what's going on out here. Yeah, all of a sudden. Yeah, I know Oreo. Friendly reminder that both the Leland's and the RA auctions are ending this weekend. Lots of cool stuff at both those auctions. And unfortunately, I didn't get any finest. The North got their finest boxes from Topps too late to send any out to me this week, so hopefully we'll have some next week. Definitely a beautiful product. Yeah, yes, I love you too, Oreo. Let's see if we can get to refocus down here. Focus. There we go. Who else we got out in the chat besides Mr. Kamikaze? It looks like we got 7 people in the chat. I know, Oreo. You're a good boy. Going for the first $200 dip. We'll get a 1971 Topps baseball separate spot. First $200 dip. Get a little extra bonus on top to get the show moving. Oreo, you're going to lose your office privileges if you're not careful. I know you don't like to lose your office privileges. Yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys are out there looking at the REA and Leland's auctions because there are some super cool stuff out there. Just don't bet on any things that I'm bidding on. Hopefully next Wednesday we'll have a nice little reveal for what I was able to pick up. Also, we're down to 350 days until National. So let's see here. $200 dip will get you a 50 or 71 baseball separate spot. It'll get you 2 spots in that 10 at 100 for the football cards. It'll get you 2 spots at $100 all day. It'll get you 4 spots in the 20 at 50. And then whatever the number of spots is it took you to get to $200 to get spots in the buy a split break bonus. Hey, what's up, Mr. Perry? How's your night going, brother? What's new and exciting out in Chicagoland, Mr. Perry? The rack pack is 3 cello packs of 1981 Topps football, which I've never seen in rack pack format like this. But we apparently bought a case of it, and that's what they've been pulling a lot of hits out of lately. Also, the first $200 spinner on the site will get a 1971 Topps Baseball set break spot. A little incentive. I do have some 25 blasters, and I've got two 25 megas, Chrome Megas, as well. Still hot and humid. We've definitely been having the hotness. It's just after 6 o'clock tonight, and it's still 106 degrees outside. Oreo, my little doggy blue. What you got there? That's not for you. Anything else happening out in Chicagoland, Mr. Perry? Boring. Boring sometimes good. Yeah, I see you, Oreo. Yeah, it's just the cello, so let me find the link for you. And then you could pick which one you want out of it. Yep, it'd just be that. So yeah. I do also have one that's loose, that's from previous, that I've had for a couple weeks now, but this is not from that set, the box of rack packs that we bought. So if you want one from here, that's fine. Just tell me which one you want. is not for you. Yes, I love you, though. Yeah? That's a good baby dog, yeah. Yeah, we scratch the doggy head? Yeah, we scratch the doggy head. You're gonna have to move so I can break a football pack for Mr. Perry. Cause I think he's gonna buy one of these cello packs. Yeah. A little Joey Montana, yeah. Little $50,000 card maybe, or whatever they're going for these days. The PSA 10, yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, down. All right, what's going on out there, guys? What are we doing tonight? We got just Mr. Perry and Mr. Kamikaze chatting in chat. What else is going on? Who else is out here? Hey, what's up, Mr. Brown? How are you doing it tonight? you keep getting this paper from? You have like a private doggy stash for, you know, when Daddy's not paying attention? Is that what you have? I see those little doggy eyes. I do. If you bring me a toy, I'll throw it. Yeah. Goodness. Not too much going on, just addressing envelopes going over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Excellent. Sounds like a good plan, getting your TTM autos. Any more, any new ones back? Excellent. It's bears. I like it. Nothing yet back? Okay. What are you doing, Stinky Boy? You're being a menace. Yeah? You be a good boy. Yeah. You're a good baby. Yeah, I wish we had something interesting to report, guys, but it's kind of a slow week of trying to, well, trying to be a good boy when it comes to making purchases since Nationals was so good to me. Tyson Baggett, Chris Jones, Rasheed Rice, Hayden Hutchinson, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Trump, Pace. Alright, nice. Nice little batch to go out. Wish you much luck. Oh, really? I wonder what it is with just Eagles players. Oh, excuse me. Well, sometimes those home addresses are hard to come by. But I'm sure with persistence, you will find those autos. And only 4 people watching tonight. So we got Mr. Perry, Mr. Brown, Kamikaze, and someone who's just chilling and hanging out, which is alright if you just want to chill and hang out. Would love to get some of these wax packs open, especially this rack. See if we get ourselves a little Joe Montana rookie. Sweetness is also a pretty big hit. This first person to spend $200 gets a 71 spot. All right, what is going on, guys? What do we want to talk about tonight? Yeah, but still a lot cheaper than going out and buying the auto. Even if you only get 1 or 2 people to respond, that's still kind of like quote unquote Profitville. Nice. You can sell one and make a few bucks. That's the way to do it, man. Any big shows anyone's trying to attend here, by the end of the year? There's another front row card show that's going to be in Las Vegas, I think in November. I might attend, depending on how the financial situation is between now and then. So far, knock on wood, I've been buying a lot of good stuff, so I don't really need to go to shows to buy more good stuff, so if it dries up here in the next couple months, maybe I'll have a little budget to maybe a little Vegas trip. All right, guys. What is the story here? What do we want to do? I got packs at all price points. The buy any spot bonus is good for any spot. Alright, got some more people coming in. What's going on, guys? Got some 25 Chrome Blasters and Megas. Nice little assortment of wax packs to choose from. Mostly baseball, of course, as usual with the West, but also some nice football and nice little key basketball set. Got to get a box off to ComC. Bunch of miscellaneous stuff to sell. Maybe send him another email. Might have just missed it. Maybe send him a little reminder. Nothing wrong with sending reminders from time to time. I know, especially on Facebook. I tend to miss stuff all the time on Facebook for some reason. Whether it's a direct message or a reply to a post that I've made. Just, I don't know. It just drives me a little bananas. Oh, man. What else is going on? Alright, guys. What is baby? I have no idea, Chris. It's not unusual for us to kind of have some slow sales to start the night, but it's super unusual chat. I mean, Spellman's going to be gone. Oh crap! My internet just crapped out. All right, let's see here. Looks like looks like we're caught up now, right? Maybe. Yep. Yeah, looks like we're caught up now. Internet decided to take a little break there for a moment. Jeff Spellman's, I believe, will be back next Wednesday. I believe he's still with his family in Michigan. But yeah, I don't know where everybody's at. Usually it's got some more people in here. Hey, Oreo. I'll be right back. I'm going to go entertain Oreo for a moment. Okay. Also got a soda. Still waiting for Dr. Pepper to sponsor me. Yeah, Mr. Perry, what's up with the Brew Crew? They're on like a 10-game winning streak. And man, the Cubs are 5-6 games back now. It's ridiculous. Oh, wow, I didn't look that far back. 36-4 for the last 40 games? That's ridiculous. 12-game winning streak. Man. It's going to be tough for the Cubbies to kind of get back from that. Yeah, that was definitely a good move for him. Cubs win. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Chef? How you doing? No, Chef, I'm just happy to see you. No bounty, just happy to see you. Good to see you, man. Wish you were at Nationals, brother. Hopefully you can make it to Nationals next year. Hey, what's up, Smitty? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I hear you, man. It's more important to make the money than come to Nationals. Yeah, man, it'd be good to have you in. I know Sam and I are splitting a team, and this is the card that I'm putting in. Sam's going to put another card to make up the rest of the 150, but I'm putting up this nice 52 Snyder. Hey, what's up, Mr. Kakaba? Not too much, brother. Just hanging out with you guys. Looking for our next break here. Well, so as a reminder, we got not only do we have the stuff that's happening on the screen, but we also have the next person spends $200. We'll get a 71 Topps baseball set break spot. Oh no, I hope everything's going to be okay with her. I'll be thinking about your fur baby on Friday. Was it dental surgery? Or what was it? I can't. I know you mentioned it before, but I can't remember. For some reason, I thought it was dental surgery. Yeah, teeth. Okay. Yeah, that should be okay. Pretty standard surgery situation for doggos. Man, we're just chowing down on his little post-dinner snack I gave him. But yeah, guys, we got the 20 and 50 for briefcases, 10 and 100 there on the screen. Top 5 win cards. First place is the Johnny Unitas. We've got the $100 all day that's on the grid. I believe that's for a mantle. Finding spot bonus goes through September 7th. Spin 200. You get a 71 baseball set break spot. Oreo does beat better than me. I get him that farmer's dog stuff. He really loves it. Meanwhile, you have microwave burrito. And let's see here. What was I say? What was the last one? First person tutor always gets a 71 baseball spot. I've got some a fresh 81 rack pack here to break for football. And a variety of baseball wax. That's right, Brian. Only 350 days, man. Just put it on your calendar, make plans, block it out so you don't have end up with any conflicts. There will be no excuses for people saying, well, I can't make it because I've got a conflict. If you put in your schedule now, then it's blocked out. I think this year I'm gonna add for those. So I know sort of people have mentioned that they couldn't. Part of the reason they couldn't come is they couldn't find a hotel close. So this year, when the Aloft, the Marriott Hotel nearby, has reservations available, I'm gonna add that to the days till that you can get reservations at the Aloft starting. Whatever day it is. Yeah, I looked. When I made my reservations like 6 months in advance for the 5 nights, I paid $1,600. Which is, not exactly cheap for a hotel, but when I was looking towards closer to the Nationals, they were getting like $500 a night, so another $1,000. So definitely save $1,000 to book early. What you chewing on there, Oreo? You just had a little stack. Now what are you chewing on? There we're at. We got 12 people in here. Who's going to be the next person to get a dip going on? We also have got 25 Chrome Blasters and Megas. I recommend the Megas over the Blasters just based on what we've been ripping and finding out of them. The Blasters the Megas were doing better than the Blasters last time we had them, so I'd recommend snagging the Blaster, or the Mega for the $20 more. Yeah, we're in a motorhome, man. That'd work. Although I'm not sure where you'd park the motorhome. That may become an issue. I'd like to rent an RV or not necessarily a motorhome, because I don't want to be driving giant vehicle, but either a reasonably sized motorhome, or just get a camper to pull behind the truck, and then take 6 months or so, just drive around the U.S. and camp, or not necessarily camp, but park various national parks and hang out. It'll probably be one of the first things I do when I retire. Oreo, what are you being a little brat about? Come here. Come here. Watch out. Pretty sure you could dump the waste at most parks, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right, Chef. But I'm pretty sure you're worried about my convenience there. I'm pretty sure that's frowned upon. I mean, it's okay for trains. Why isn't it okay for people on the road? I don't understand. Yeah, and it's okay for cruise ships. You're right. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris, I did email that guy. He emailed me back. He said he's waiting for something to come back from grading, and that he had guaranteed that he would make them first available at an upcoming. Where's this stuff coming from? He had guaranteed that they'd be first available at a card show. He'd guaranteed a promoter that he wouldn't sell any of them until he has a chance to try to sell them at his card show. So he'll reach out to me, I guess. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Yeah, just tell him I'm still interested. If what he doesn't sell, just send me a list and prices. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I appreciate you, putting me in touch and reaching out for me. That'd be awesome. Yeah, the only card that I'm having a hard time finding, Chris, too, if you don't mind keeping an eye out for me, is a 1955 Bowman Ernie Banks and a PSA 7, as well as a 1955 Topps Ernie Banks and a PSA 8. All right, Brian, you have a good night, brother. We'll catch you next time. Appreciate it, man. course, depending on how the Lelands and the RA actually go this weekend, I may be asking for a loan from people. To what I print what I spent pre nationals, what I spent at nationals, and now with what I'd really like to get out the REA and Leland auctions. I'll definitely be dipping all the way into the baseball card fund. Yeah, love my cards, but I think I'll just if I have to pass on deals, I have to pass on deals. All right, guys. What? Let's see here. Let me take a look at something else here. All right, let's. All right, we're gonna upgrade from it for the first $200 spend. We're gonna upgrade from a 1971 spot. We're gonna do a 1959 spot instead. It's a little more expensive set, a little nicer set in my opinion. Bump that up a little bit. Let's get somebody to spend $200 so we can open some stuff. Oh, guys. Got about 10 of you guys out there watching. Nobody wants to rip anything tonight? Been a pretty slow chat night here too, guys. What is going on? Chef, any big additions to your collection? You're always picking up some nice stuff from time to time. What that is? Piece of plastic? Weirdo. Yeah, they won, but they're still like 7 games back because the Brewers are on like a freaking tear. Yeah, that doesn't help any. Ooh, excuse me. Hey, what's up, Mr. Melcher? Melcher, no, it's topless night for you guys. Spellman's been on vacation. He's visiting his family in Michigan. He does that a few times a year. I believe he'll be back next Wednesday. Yeah, so I'll have Mr. Spellman back probably next week, I believe. What's new with you, Mr. Melch? I don't do any football ultra modern stuff. I don't really do any vintage either. I've only got one football card in my collection. It's Walter Payton rookie card. That's right, Melch. My secret passion is the Olympic 1983 Olympic preview cards. Played Fortnite listening. Nice, Chef. You liking the new season? I'm enjoying the new guns and the bugs to kill. I also like that they dialed back the number of cars that are available. Not everybody's driving around. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I play zero build too. Build is too. I don't know how. Just yeah, I can't. I just can't do build. It's too fast. Ooh. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, even with the shortcut buttons, I have no idea how they build shit so quick. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play from time to time, for sure. Yeah, you could, especially if you want to play a battle mode or whatever the new quick mode is. Like you could play for 10 minutes and have a full game. Any cards I regretted not buying at Nationals? I don't think so. I mean, in order to buy some of the other cards I would have liked to have bought, I would have had to not buy some of the cards I bought. So I'm extremely happy with what I got. So I no, I wish I had more money to buy some of the other good cards I saw. Nothing that I didn't buy at the time that I went back for to buy. I've learned my lesson on that one over the years. If I see it, it's a good price just to buy it. But definitely, if you find a card you've been looking for and it's a good price, yeah, yeah, you might be able to walk the show floor and find a better example or maybe a slightly better price. But more than likely, you're not gonna find, not gonna do it. So just pick it up. That is my recommendation. Just got to start saving now for next year to have a better bankroll. I don't think anybody in chat was at Nationals, so it'd be interesting to ask them the same question. Guys. What's up, Craig? How you doing, Craig? What's new and or exciting? Ain't nothing new and exciting out west, brother. Hopefully the exciting stuff to report next week with successful Lelands and REA purchases. And Mr. Craig, to clarify, yeah, you guys are supposed to be topless, not me. Dandy kids started school this week. It's 100 degrees every day, and hurricane season is about to heat up. Well, I know all about the heat. I'm just glad I don't live someplace where hurricanes can get me. Mother Nature here only tries to bake me to death. Otherwise, no other natural disasters, things for me to worry about. What's up, Mr. Truckman? How are you doing this evening? Any 60s unopened? Let's see here. The oldest product I've got here, I actually do have a pack of 1962 Civil War news available. Otherwise, let me double check the website here. I don't think the North, our other location, has anything that old unopened up right now. Nope. Otherwise, we've got some 72 basketball, 73 hockey, 74 hockey, 75 basketball. Yeah, some 75 and up, but yeah, 62 Civil War is the oldest thing we have available right now. Only 70s that I have available here would be 1978 O-Pee-Chee baseball. But yeah, on the site, we have available to break. They would break it for you tomorrow. Yeah, 72 basketball, 75. And then we've got a bunch of hockey in the 70s. We've got some Star Wars, 78 basketball, which is always fun. 78 football. Yeah, we got lots of 70s stuff on the site. 78 O-Pee-Chee, let me take a quick look, see. 78 O-Pee-Chee is $125 a pack. I've got 3 of those available. All right, Matt, that sounds good. Check it. Yep, got 3 of them. I've also got, since you're spending over $200, you'll get a 59 Topps baseball set break spot with that purchase. It spots and all kinds of different bonuses as well. Fresh card savers are ready for you. The football rack that was in front of me is a grocery 3-pack of 1981 football. We're selling it by the pack. So if you, for the first person that buys a spot of this, I'll cut it open and you can pick whichever pack you want. Yeah, it's 1981 football. I can put a link up for that too if you're interested. Big hit out of that is obviously Joe Montana, possible in that. There's 3 spots in that available as well. This one over here is just a loose. This pack is just a loose football 81. Same thing as this, but this did not come out of a rack box. This came out of a rack box. This came out of a cello box. And then this is 83 football, right? Yeah, 83 football, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Yeah, that's 83. Apparently, at least the top 2 are from. Top 2 were priced out at Woolworth at one point in time for 30 cents a piece. Oh, excuse me. So, thank you, Chris. Always appreciate when the chat helps brother out. Awesome. Little combo here. I've got 5 available, so just let me know which 3 you want. 1 through 5 on the way down. That looks like the 83s aren't on the site. Give me a second here. Let me fix that and put the 83s on the site. Not sure why those... weren't showing up here. We'll just give the website a moment to refresh here. There it goes. Okay, you should be able to see 83 on the site as well. 3, 4, and 5. All right, so we'll take the top 2 off. Pull these 3 down. All right. Okay, and there's, oops. Okay, there's the link to that 83 to help you get that in your cart. Hopefully we'll hit a Marquise Allen rookie or Singletary. As soon as that shows up on my end, we'll start breaking. So if you have any questions, I think you're a new customer. If you have any questions about signing up or getting that purchaser, just let me know. Let's see here. Craig, and the BAM spots. BAM spots are a myth on VB West. We don't do the BAM spots here out west. Any new pickups for you, Craig? Anything you're excited about getting? Craig. Oh man. Has anybody got anything on their watch list for REA or Leland's that ends this weekend? At Leland's, I've got my eye on some Type 1 photos. And then REA, I've got my eye on some PSA 9 Ernie Banks. I've got a 65, a 66, and a 67 I would like to have for the collection. Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Chris is more 24 prison football. Nice. Yeah, I think the next show try to get to, just depends on what happens. Probably this weekend is going to make the decision. Is if how much or if I win anything at those auctions this weekend is I'll probably try to go to the front row card show in Las Vegas in November. Matt, I haven't seen that purchase come through yet, so we get the break start. Just let me know if you are having any issues with checking out or any questions with the checkout process. Oh yeah, that definitely seems to be the way it is for the shows, at least here in Phoenix. There's just so few dealers that deal in vintage, so there's not much competition for pricing. So I like going back to the shows in like the, Chicago and the Northeast. They usually you get some pretty decent deals. I wouldn't say deals, more or less, in line with what the current market is. Do excuse me. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week. Because I know a lot of people were saying Nationals was overpriced, but I mean there were the occasional dealers that were overpriced for vintage at least, but for the most part, I thought the vintage was priced pretty decently for market. I do have two of these Chrome Megas that have been pretty good to us in the past. They are the same price that Steel City has them for, $70 a piece. $281 tops. Chris, if you're still looking for an 81 top singles, let me know, because Nationals, that'd probably be a pretty easy find with the set builder people. Unfortunately, the North didn't get the finest allotment early enough for them to be able to send it to me. So I will have it. I'll have some next week, assuming they don't sell out. There's monthly show closer to me. Which I haven't been able to. Nice. Bigger venue is always better. Ah, 81 tops traded. Okay. Yeah, but you can buy the first one I saw. You could buy. I mean, you could buy the set for $70, but I know I've seen those as low as like $40 or $50 to just buy the whole set. Looks like there's a couple guys on eBay that have got the pick your own, pick your card available for the Topps traded set. So maybe I'll pick some up pretty cheap there. Especially if you find somebody up in Canada that's doing it, that's selling them so you don't have to pay shipping. I haven't done the auction breakdown yet, Melch, because they don't end till this weekend. So I don't want to share all my cards, as it were, with the world what I'm looking at until after it's over with. But I'm looking at some Type 1s and some PSA 9 banks. Hey, Mr. Jason Serafinsky is in the chat. Pick up some 81 O-Peachy. Alright. Jason. Jason, while I get set up for the break, I've got 5 available here. Let me know which 2 you would like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're not in the chat, I will pick for you. Well, yeah, especially since it seems like your post office decides to go on strike every other week. My choice. Okay. How you doing, Jason? Hope all is well with you. You know better, Craig. Always PSA. Always PSA for my personal collection. Yeah, I was kind of surprised they've got. Oh, they've got a 65, 66, 67 PSA 9 Banks. They also have, I think, a 59 PSA 9, but that's going to be out of my price range. Hey, what's up, Mr. Donald? All right, let's go with this guy and this guy. All right, good luck, Jason. Let's see. We're looking for the Banes in this one, right? Harold and Tim. The two big guys out of here. I believe so. Let's see here. Poster. Usually the gum on these is... Oh, no, the gum's going to come off of this one. Usually the gum doesn't come off of these. So let's see what we got poster-wise. We've got Rick. Actually, that's pretty nicely centered. Rick Bossetti. That one might be worth getting graded. That's really nicely centered. Right. Start with Mr. Frank Pastor. Manny Trio. Hey, Ken Griffey Sr. Dot Richardson. That's pretty nicely centered, actually. Yeah, that's just a little fuzz. I'm not card saver that, even though it's a common. It's really nicely centered for O-Pee-Chee. So you may want to take a close look at that. Might want to get that one graded. Mr. Hubbard, Art Howe, Mr. Vukovic, and Mr. Unser. Okay, none of the big guys we're looking for out of that one. Next pack. Good luck. Let's see if I can get the gum to come off two of them in a row. Wow, okay. Alright, can we get another well-centered one? Not quite as well-centered, but much better player. The Hawk. Oh, that's pretty well-centered, too. It's a little bit off north to south, but you might be worth looking at these two. Both get graded. Great image. Love these little mini posters. Okay. Jim Palmer. Shane Raleigh. Ron Say. McLaughlin. Gibson. Rick Wise. Dick Ruthven, and Gary Matthews. Fortunately, nobody we were really looking for out of that. Some of these cards are pretty okay center for O-Pee-Chee, but nothing crazy. Just that one Rich Dotson. Was that Gibson's rookie card? That Rich Dotson. It's really Kurt's rookie card. He could be. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely take a close look at this guy. Back's a little off center, but not far enough off where I'd be worried about it. Very nice and clean. And then definitely look at the hawk, and I forget what the other player's name was. Definitely might be worth sending those in. I appreciate you making the dip, Jason. Let's see here. Order 19917. 19917 for Jason. Serafinsky. 81 Peachy Baseball. So not gonna, yeah, everybody was on top of me about that Gibson rookie. Those of you who's tuned in long enough to the West show, you know that I am definitely not perfect. That's why I rely on you guys to help a brother out from time to time to make sure that I'm catching everything. All right. We update the bounties here. That means we've got 17 spots left of the 2850. We've got 9 spots left in the 10 at a Hundy. And an hour and some change left in the show. So we're going to have to pick up some speed here towards the end of the show to get any of these bonuses closed out. So anybody out there watching anything specific or want an opinion on anything that you're watching out on the eBays or various other sites? Yeah, get my opinion for IPO or whether it's a good deal or anything like that. Love looking at old cards and giving an opinion about them. Everything currently auction running is awful. So Melch has got his irons and some fires, is what it sounds like. Yeah, like in the RA auction, I'm looking at what I've got on my watch list. You know, I want a Cap Anson card in my collection real bad, and they've got a really nice selection of caps from the N28, 1888 N28 set, the N162 set, and then the cut plug 1895 set. But they're just I mean, I think they're reasonable price for how good these cards look. The Goodwood Champions is the one I would really like to get, the N162. I just think it's a beautiful card. That's okay. The kids don't need a vacation. That's right. Nick Mattiacci is the man to talk to if you're looking for hockey stuff. Even better if you happen to be located in Canada land. So you don't have to pay shipping to get it across the border. Just sold a 2025 Otani up to 150 eBay, 280. Yeah, it's crazy, Mr. Perry. I mean, it's just amazing sometimes what those numbered cards sell for certain players. You know, 7 years after his rookie card. Nice. Get prepared for the show on Saturday. Nick Mattiacci only hand delivers to certain customers. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, there's some other things in the REA auction that I'm just keeping my eye on to see if there's any deals to be had. Because they've got a lot of, they have several large lots of exhibits cards. That currently there's a couple deals to be had out there to grade some and break them apart and sell them. Hello, Mr. Perry. Oh, man. Let's see here. By the fence and fish freaks. Oh, boy. I do what I can to keep you boys happy. You guys are a handful. Spellman's in Michigan on vacation. I believe he'll be back next Wednesday. If not, definitely the week after. Alright, guys, I need to take a quick restroom break. If someone makes a purchase of $100 or more while I'm gone, you will get a 1971 Topps Baseball set break spot. $100 or more, 71 Topps Baseball set break spot. Back in a minute or three. Alright. Well, looks like nobody took me up on my offer. That makes me sad. That 52 Mesa one was only 1K. I thought it would be more. What 52 Maze you won? What auction? I mean, unless it was super, like, run over by a truck, you got it for a steal. Oh, 51 Bowman. Yeah, you probably could squeeze a few more bucks out of it than 1,000. It's definitely been trending pretty aggressively the last couple months. I'd be able to get 12 out of it, depending on what it looks like. Are you going to sell it or are you going to keep it, Nick? Keep it for now. I definitely think it's a card worth keeping, especially if it's got decent eye appeal. I bought from a few of you guys out there, and I paid pretty strong. All right, Mr. Nick, have a wonderful evening. We'll catch you next week. Hopefully next week will be a little more popping. Guys, we've got about 45 minutes left in the show. Hopefully, get a couple more breaks happening tonight. I hope everybody has excellent luck in the auctions this weekend. Alright, who do we have left in chat here tonight? What's going on, guys? What do we want to chat about to end the evening? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the $100 all-day promo. I don't know how many people are entered in that, but it can't be very many. Let's see here. Let's take a look-see. Yeah, there's only 26 entries in that $100 all day, guys. So high, pretty decent odds to get that 68 mantle. If everyone wants to pick up a spot or two in that. So I've got to give away that, and I've got to give away briefcases tonight. Not sure where Matt went. I didn't see his purchase come through, and I don't see that he signed up for an account either. Sometimes that does take a minute for our system to update into the search, so. Don't know. Would have been fun to bust some Peaches. Find out Mr. Erickson. Any plays this weekend, guys? Besides the show, I know Chris is going to a show this weekend. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, so we got those auctions coming up. Trying to start filling the Hank Aaron run, and also looking at the Ernie Banks oddball stuff that I don't have. Kind of get that going. My shelf situation is getting a little full again after the Nationals purchases. I think I figured out where I can get 3 more shelves in my office. Have some more display space to fill in. I promised myself I wouldn't expand beyond my office, but might have to do it. Might have to do it. Also, it's just after 8 o'clock and it's still over 100 degrees. 102. Crazy. At 5:30 when I get up and check the weather, it's already over 90 degrees. That is not the auction I want to look for. Oh, whatever. What's up, Mr. Brown? It's ready for bed, apparently. Alright guys, 20-ish minutes left to go, and we'll start running the end of show stuff. Guys, let's see. How many briefcases do I have to give away tonight, too? Let's see here. Briefcases. Today's event. Only 2 cases. Stephen Eder and Steve Briskowicz. Steve and Steven are 2 cases today. 3 and 23. Yes, of course, we get some more. One big sale here at the end. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright guys, 15 minutes to go in the show before we start giving away stuff to end it out. Last opportunities to get in on any of the bonuses that are happening. Be nice to end the show with at least one more rip. Let's see here. What else is going on here? We can look at. What is a lucky pack? Hopefully, whichever pack you choose, Chef. I do not know. My last several packs that I've picked for people have not been winners when I've been picking them. So I would highly recommend picking your own way. Charles pay the whole rack pack. Okay. Let's see here. If somebody does the whole rack pack, I'll set you up with 68 and 59 set break spot. $68 and a 59. If somebody wants to do the whole rack pack in one go. This one right here, it's a 1981 football rack. So if you buy 3 cello packs, you'll get the whole rack. I hear you, Mr. Perry. No worries. Yeah, man, save your money, brother. Save your money for Lily. Did you get anything for yourself at Nationals, Charles? Or did you just buy some cool stuff for Lily? Sweet. Never a bad thing to splurge on the kiddo. Awesome. It's a good way to look at it. Good way to look at it. Oh, my... Oh, nobody bid on it yet? Is this true? No. What code are you trying to use, Chef? You don't have to type it in the thing, but what's the... Where's the code from and how much was off for? Give me a second here, Chef. Chef, I just sent you a link on Facebook. Try clearing out your cookies and start over with your cart after you use that link, and that should automatically apply the $20 discount. Hey, David, 1976 tops. You can. I don't have the 76 tops here, but it would be broken tomorrow on the North Show. I can't remember what time they start breaking tomorrow, but it would be broken on the North Show tomorrow. I want to say they start breaking at 1 o'clock Eastern. So I've got 78 O-Pee-Chee baseball. I've got 81 O-Pee-Chee baseball. Then I've got 82 Fleer, 83 Fleer, 85 O-Pee-Chee, 87 Tops, 90 Leaf, 93 Bowman. I've got... I think Chef is trying to buy this 81 football Tops packs. I will have one spare one. I think he's only getting these three. He wants this one. Yeah, these should all be on the site. I also have 83 football and 89 basketball. If there's something that's on my desk that's not on the website, let me know and I can put it on the website. But I should all be out there. I also have 25 Chrome Blasters and 2 Chrome Megas if you're interested in Ultra Modern. Got about 10 minutes left before the end of the show. We try to wrap up by midnight here, so let me know if you've got any questions. All right, Chef. Sorry that it's not working for you. Not sure. Looks like the links was working for some other people, so I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, he would have been spending over 175. He was going to get the 3 racks. I think are 120 or 3 cellos, so they're 125 apiece. So definitely would have been over the 175 checkout total. All right, looks like Double E came in at the last minute here to pick up some stuff. Let me make an adjustment here to make sure this gets captured in the $100 alt die. Shopify snaps. Make sure we get the in time to capture this. Okay. All right, Double E. If you're in chat, let me know which pack you want out of the rack, or if you want the loose pack. So, left, center, right, or loose. And then we've got an 83 Fleer pack coming your way. Okay, you want the right one, and then 83 Fleers, top, bottom, or middle. Top, bottom, or middle. Middle, okay? Okie dokie. Let's start the Fleer one first. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Yeah, what's happened with you, Mr. Double E? It has been a hot minute. All right, here we go. 83 Fleer. What is going on over here? Huh. Whatever. Look for the Boggs. Tony Gwynn. Rhino. All sorts of good stuff coming out here. Angels sticker. Starting off pretty strong with the centering. Gantner. Bruce Burney. Cesar Sedano. Joel Youngblood. Frank White. Ron Gardenhire, Steven Henderson, Alan Ripley, Roos, Jack Morris, Virgil, Biff, not Biff Tannen, Chris Chambly, Alan Ashby, and Miguel Delone. Unfortunately, nobody we were looking for. Dalone's got a little ding on his corner, too. Yes, I've been super busy. I watch here and there. Don't get much time for myself. Let's see here. Double E 1983 Fleer Baseball 99918 S2. Yeah, sometimes work's just all consuming, but you know, we got to do it. Got to get the money. All right, and then you want this one on the right. Get scissors to cut this one. Slide these. Actually, all right, so you're gonna want the one with the record breaker on top down here. So we'll just cut from the side. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna send this along to you for as well. I think it's a pretty cool item. Yeah, Chef, I don't know, man. I first person to mention to me all night, and all the boys in the north are asleep, and I don't know how to fix the codes. But I'm sure the boys will hook you up with a new code for tomorrow that works. Just reach out to them, please. Okay. All right, let's end the night with a Montana rookie. Best I could do, Chef. Not something I could fix, unfortunately. Start with John Jefferson. Okay, double E. Sounds good. Something I can't do anymore, Chef. Like I said, if I could something I could do to give you the $20 off, I would, but I can't. The new regime and stuff, I have limited capabilities. Horace Ivory. There we go, a little Bob Greasy action. Pretty well centered, too. There's a little sweetness on the team leaders card for the Bears. James Scott Hampton and All's child. Bartowski. Not from Monsters, Inc., Bartowski. Chuck Muncie. It's going to be the first of 2 gum cards. A little bit of gum residue. And Freddie Solomon. Got the gum residue. Card number 2. Leclerc. Very nicely centered, a little off. Ken Burrow. Got the Packers team leaders. Eddie Lee, Lofton, Butler, and Mr. Gray. Got Gordon Jones. Some weird inking issues there at the bottom right. Otherwise, pretty nicely centered. Some interesting situations there. All right, last card in this first pack. We got Muncie, Jefferson, Johnson, and Edwards with the Chargers team leaders. Okay. You said you got grab the other packs. Let me write the this order number down so Kristen doesn't get mad at me. Come on. There it goes. Okay, different order number. All right. There's the other 2 that were out of there. All right, Chef, you have a wonderful evening. All right, here we go. Start off strong centering here with Ron Yari. Chef, I'm trying to be nice, buddy. There's nothing I can do to help in the situation at hand. So, Mr. Charlie Hall. Nice little checklist. A little bit off north to south. Those could be sneaky expensive. Might be able to get us. Yeah, the back's pretty far off, sir. Probably wouldn't mind. Archie Manning. Chef, like I said, I cannot adjust coupon codes. I cannot give credit. I cannot adjust prices. I apologize if the code that was in the email doesn't work. But the only resolution is for you to contact the North tomorrow, and I'm sure they'll be happy to give you a $20 credit or a new code. But there's unfortunately nothing I can do. We got the Vikings team leaders: Ted Brown, Ahmad Rashad, Sutherland, and Turner. Nat Moore. Oh, Nat Moore was the first gum card. Let's see here. A little bit gum residue, not too bad. Fortunately, Phil Simms was the other gum card. Gonna have some residue on the front. Pretty well centered, though. Maybe you can get most of this gum residue off. Be worth a shot. Otherwise, it's really nicely centered. Phil Simms. Mr. Dave. Stan Walters. Mark Gaston, Mark something or other. Seahawks team leaders with Jodit, Largent, Harris, Brown, and Mr. Green. A little Charlie Joyner at the very end. A little like bubble in the card right there, a little wrinkle. Charlie Joyner. All right, come on. Last pack. Hopefully, we can hit somebody out of here. Mr. Winslow off the top. Bob Kuchenberg? Mr. Kuchenberg. Cliff Branch. The Cowboys. T. Lear, little Tony Dorsett showing up. At least a cameo appearance there. Tony Hill, Martin, Charlie Waters, and Dennis Thurman. Jaworski again. Didn't we pull Jaworski in an earlier pack? I think we did. Leroy Harris. It's our first of the two gum cards. Again, not too bad. The gum did not really destroy these cards. Usually it's hit or miss, you know. Well, Franco Harris on this Steelers card. Seen some better names show up with cameos, but no major cards. Donnie Shell, Greenwood, and Theo Bell. Tony Galbraith. Pretty nice to center, a little off north to south. James Owens. John Bunting. Fred Cook. Quinn Cook's also pretty nicely centered there, too. And the Giants team leader card will wrap up the rack pack. With Billy Taylor, Ernest Gray, Mike Dennis, and Gary Jeter. Unfortunately, we didn't hit any of the big names. Got some cameo appearances by some big names. But you did definitely get several cards that were nicely centered. So you might want to take a close look at a couple of those and consider getting them graded. 1999. Appreciate you, Double E, for picking that up. Again, I'll include the wrapper in this for you. Alright, I think that'll be the end of the night. I will run the $100 all day. I believe that's for the 68 mantle. And then look at the briefcases. Alright, let's take a look. See, that broken, that order. Make sure that also gets caught with the $100 all day. Oh, looks like Double E made another purchase here. Hold on a second. Double E picked up the last oddball one too, it looks like. So let's get this one ripped as well. Alright, maybe the oddball one that I've had here for a little while is the one with the big hit in it. Let's find out. Oh, that gum just slid right out. Alright, starting out with Earl Cooper and Keelan Wilson. Don, not going to pronounce his last name. If Montana comes out, I can't say I'll eat the gum that came out of this pack, but there's gum on the top of the trash here I'll grab. Brian Bashangle? Bills team leaders with Cribbs, Butler, Williams, and Freeman. Little Dan Fouts super action. A little off center, north to south. East to west is pretty good. Tony Reed. It has been a long time since I've eaten gum, so maybe we're definitely due. This cut Otis Anderson. Dick Ambrose. Since the gum slid out, I'm not sure which one. Yellow Midnight Snack. Dick Ambrose. Ross Browner. Got another nicely centered card. Mr. Montgomery, Charlie Smith, Wilson, and Humphrey. Oh, 2 cards left. Reggie Rucker. Yeah, that sounds good, Chris. I'll keep my eye out for any emails. Kevin House. Man, unfortunately, none of the big guys in any of those packs. I appreciate you taking those shots, Mr. Brown. Or not Mr. Double E. Topps football. 19/9/20. All right. Thank you, Double E. Appreciate it, sir. All right. All right. Let's see. Doesn't look like there are any more purchases. Give me a second here to adjust the time frame for this bonus to get that last 125 in there for you. August 14th at 12:15 a.m. Save. Bonuses all day. So let's not pick up that last entry. Give me a second here. Get this fixed for you. Add another entry in here for you manually. Okay. Yeah. Now that should close. Okay, Chris, yeah, I can send you an email with my want list. That's probably the 55 Bowman and Topps banks are probably my highest priority right now. And high grades are just super few from between. All right, so we've got a bonus for $100 all day. Winner take all for a 68 mantle SGC authentic. But a mantle's a mantle. All right, we're going to randomize the list 8 times. Refresh. There we go. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. I meant to go over here and get rid of that picture so you guys can see a little better. Okay, 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the winner at 8 is James, the Threat Actor. Congratulations, James. Taking home another mantle. Okay. And then we are going to do our briefcases. Should bring those up. Oops. All right. We only got 2 to give away. One for Steven and one for Steve. Good luck, Mr. Etter. Yeah, only a white one. All right, white cases this week are 1,000 points and 71 baseball set break spots. All right, come on, Steve. Let's give away a red. We'd love to see red. Good luck. Here we go. Come on. All right, gold. All right, gold's not bad. Definitely rather see that. What's in the gold cases today? Jorge Posada signed ball. All right, that's pretty nice. Something a little different. Okay, let's get that off the screen. Let's close this out. Close that out. All right, guys, I appreciate you all that stayed to the end of the show. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. A good weekend. I will be back on next Wednesday from 9 to midnight again. I should have some finest next week and a restock across the board, which will be fantastic. Otherwise, you guys take it easy out there. Be nice, be kind. Keep your hands washed, and I'll catch you next week. Good night, guys. Look at that. Oriole's like ready for bed. He's like, "Okay, Dad, you're giving your sign off. Let's time for bed." Good night, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.